let's move on to a game.
To something we can both agree on.
Yes.
And stand, and maybe even we need to create a crusade and fight for this cause.
Maybe.
Anthem.
Okay, the game came out, and before the patches, if you played it, you might have had probably one of the worst experiences in your entire life.
Not
okay?
even with the patches. I played with the patches. There's
okay,
bunch
look,
of bugs.
Let's just
there's a lot of there's.
Let's say let's say the biggest problem, the big old elephant in the room. The loading screens are the most ridiculous things ever. When I heard these were the worst loading screens in video game history, I was like, okay, guys, come on. And then
look, I'm showing you a clip right now of my gameplay. The video is not paused.
The loading screen?
Yes.
Look, this game was optimized terribly. Okay, I mean,
and this is after the day one patch. And look, I just had a loading screen. And like, okay, here's the loading screen. I got a loading screen for the loading screen.
Yeah. Okay. There's a loading screen to switch out your weapons. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you cannot switch your equipment. Like, I mean, it's funny. I heard this. I read a comment where somebody was like, well, that adds more strategy because now you can't switch your equipment on the fly. You gotta prepare. And I'm like, no, that's not.
No.
The game wasn't made that way. It's just bad design. Look at this. Look, I'm showing you character customizer or the character customization.
It looks whatever. I mean, hopefully.
No, you just click on it.
Oh, you just click on. Oh, wow.
I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, I picked this guy. I'm like, I'm gonna customize him, right? And I'm like, okay, wait, start playing. That's it.
Wow.
I was like, wait.
From
like,
the people,
am I loading in all the eyebrow choices and the skin? Nope.
From the people that gave us Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Like, let's just keep that in mind. Look, the loading screens are terrible. I mean, it takes me 5 minutes to switch out a weapon. That's ridiculous, man. And then there's a loading screen after a loading screen. If your partners get far away from you, if you're on a mission with a few people, and they get too far, you're gonna be transported to them. You're gonna face a big loading screen. That by the time you load back in, your friends probably took care of whatever boss they had to take care of, and you just stood there doing nothing.
No, and sometimes like you can go midway. You can enter midway into a game. Like into a couple people were playing, and let's say somebody disconnected, you'll take over. And that's the thing. Let's say you disconnect, because the servers are not that stable on PC. Like, they're actually pretty bad. If you disconnect, your spot is replaced immediately. Like, you cannot reconnect back. And not only that, you can't enter in a party with somebody.
Oh, and by the way,
these are just
quick play.
One-on-one gameplay design.
Here's the thing:
for
if you're level
MMO.
If you're level 6, if you're brand new, if you're still like, early on in the story, you can quick play accidentally your way into the final mission of the game accidentally. Like, the game doesn't even like tell you like, hey, you haven't done this mission. You sure you want to do it? Like, no. It just throws you into the mission, and if it's a spoiler, you get spoiled. Okay? But again, the story doesn't look to be anything that you'd have, like, it doesn't look like anything you'd care for if it got spoiled. Okay.
I mean, the story is has the mustache twirling villain and all that. The villain's really evil. Blah blah blah.
Basically, Ultron Thanos.
I do think the characters. I did like how the characters acted. Now the dialogue options they're there, but they're basically just to waste your time and to keep you awake to see if you're still listening. The only thing I can really say is the facial animations and some of the acting is pretty good. But that's about it for when it comes to the voice.
The BioWare charm. The BioWare charm is just dead.
Here, look, I'm showing him the choices. Yeah, they just say something different.
Look, BioWare has a Star Wars MMO, okay? And I'm usually not a fan of MMOs. And the Star Wars MMO isn't really a great MMO, mechanically wise, It's not a great game. It's kind of average. But the story is so good, and like the different, choices and paths you can take make the game a lot better.
You're talking about the Old Republic, right?
Yeah, the Old Republic.
Yeah, and I remember when you first got your lightsaber. Look, I got a connection problem right here. But yeah, when you first get your lightsaber in the Old Republic, you feel like God, like you're just. It changes the game dramatically.
No, but here's the thing, like, it's like we're gonna get a genre, but we're still gonna inject our storytelling abilities into that genre. And you could have easily done that with the shooter looter. In fact, I think it's harder to do it with an MMO than with a shooter, with a looter shooter or shooter looter. Well, either way.
Yeah, yeah. Look right here, I'm racing. I'm showing him a clip of me playing, and I disconnected, right? Or I had like I lagged out, and it was a connection issue. Not my internet. It was definitely the server. And now I'm racing against time because I'm like a couple seconds away. If not, I'm gonna get a loading screen. And I was a couple seconds away from my teammates.
Yeah.
I mean that it's like the worst punishment. Look, I was right there, and then I got a loading screen. And I
that
was like,
sucks.
Oh my God.
He was literally getting right next to his teammates.
I was losing my mind playing this. I took one for the team this time.
I could feel you. I could feel that. Like honestly, look, man, and I understand that. Day one patch came out and they're 35%. I think like they're faster. I think they're 35% faster, which is an improvement, but still, no game should be released in this order. I mean, I feel like BioWare basically, I don't know, their manual for basic gaming, like how to make a game,
Look,
like
okay,
basics.
I'm gonna give you definitely a plus. The graphics and the lighting effects are incredible.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
game.
game.
And the world design. This world looks interesting. It looks like an alien world. It looks very interesting. The enemy design is kind of bad. It's kind of iffy.
It
like
looks
the grunts,
expensive.
or whatever they're called. You know, the scrappers or whatever. They look, pretty generic. But the world design, just wow. Like it's breathtaking. And I think the mechs are not. They're not mechs. The whatever they are. The Iron Man suits, they're really cool. There's no difference in loot. There's actually, I had a weapon. I unlocked a weapon which was uncommon and one that was rare, and they both had the exact same stats. Yeah. And I was kind of surprised. I don't think you'll see it here, but that's
and a lot of and here's the thing, most of the armor, like at least the good pieces of armor, like
all the good weapons, all the cool weapons, all the weapons that make a difference in the armor are all end game stuff. And if you even get that far, obviously you like the game. There's some.
It's not also that it's end game stuff. A lot of you have to pay for it. Okay, armor, at least armor skins and stuff like that.
Skins. You have to unlock all the. I'm talking about like the weapons that make that look.
The weapons,
not only look cool, but that they have cool effects. Those are end-game stuff.
Yeah,
like most guns are just you shoot bullets, assault rifle, pistol, hand cannon, all that stuff.
This is my problem with it, because again, and people that defend this, and there's people that are defending this, are saying, most looter shooters that came out that aren't heavily focused on multiplayer, like Borderlands, they can survive, but most like heavily multiplayer looter shooters tend to be bad for the first few months. And I'm like, no, okay, that's why, you have to learn from those mistakes that those previous games made.
Yeah, that's the issue. People make the same mistakes, and that's why people will get angry.
But it's not also did they make the same mistakes. They made extra mistakes. I mean, at least none of these games you ever worried about loading screens or be like, it takes me 5 minutes to switch out a weapon. You never.
You know what game changed? Like actually was a good looter shooter. Destiny 2 learned from its mistakes. Destiny 2 when it came out was actually really good. I think
the base Destiny 2 game was a lot better than base 1 Destiny game.
No, but it still had a lot of good features. The story was kind of interesting.
It's still. I mean, again,
improved. The gunplay was good already in the first one, so it improved on a lot of things. So Destiny 2. I mean, I'm thinking about like I don't know. This is kind of off topic, but the Division 2. Looking at gameplay, it looks identical and it looks pretty bad as well. And I'm showing you right now footage of my gameplay. You gotta admit the world design looks so cool.
No, it looks beautiful.
I said I want to go into this castle. But then I got in the castle, and then there was like some bugs, visual bugs. I was like, wait, some clipping. They obviously they didn't expect anybody to go in. Like you can tell that the model was clipped.
Yeah.
They were like just put it together. It didn't matter.
I could tell that I'm a little more optimistic for the Division 2 because I think the first one improved a lot of things towards the end with the patches and stuff like that. Again, that's been the argument. I guess, this genre of gaming makes a lot of money, but it's not easy to make. I understand that. But again, I look at Apex Legends. This is what this company
got
did.
another loading screen here. I don't even know why I got a loading screen. I was losing my mind. You can't hear my dialogue. And I was like, why did I get a loading screen? Like, I'm just going to the next place.
But I'm saying EA, look, EA, they've seen this firsthand. Apex Legends, we're gonna take the things though that are wrong with Fortnite and PUBG. Fall damage, we're gonna take that off. Landing away from your teammates, we're gonna take that off. Not being able to respawn, we're gonna take that off. The game being too long, we're gonna make it faster. The gunplay is too slow, we're gonna make it faster. With every single problem that the most battle royale games had, Apex fixed them. That's why Apex, with literally no marketing, did so great, and this game that had all the marketing in the world did nothing. It's doing terrible. The reviews are down, and it's not selling how EA projected it to sell. Okay.
Are you talking about Anthem?
Yes.
It didn't sell well?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I know the reviews are bad, and usually when like the EA hate train is strong.
You gotta remember, there's a lot of casual players that looked up like footage, and they're like, "Wow, this game looks amazing," So they probably still bought it.
Let me try to look it up. But so yeah.
Look it up, because I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. But it's my thing is like, if you gotta fix something, how are you gonna be a ripoff and add problems that the genre didn't have already? None of these looter shooters had a 20-minute loading screen problem. So I'm like, why, how? Like, how do you add problems to it? What are you doing?
Yeah, and they can't say like, oh, it's because our game looks so nice. Because look at the Division. The Division looks incredible, and it didn't have loading screens like that.
Yeah, it looks great, and it's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's not like it's loading something otherworldly. Like
what the Division is like a dark, gritty like world. So this game, I think, what I love about the world design is very colorful as well. Even though it looks good, it's very, very colorful.
Anthem. Look, let me see. BBC News. So they're trustworthy. Anthem video game set for rough debut. Yep, it looks like.
When does it officially release? If it has already or not?
Pretty sure. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't. Most people. Like, the thing. If we're not sure when it releases or if it's already out, that's a problem. Even though we've already played it. Anthem release.
Yeah, because the Origin Access, you can play it.
Oh, today, 22nd.
Yeah, so released today. So yeah.
Okay, we'll have those numbers. We have to wait a week. To have those numbers in.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. But here's the thing.
A lot of people were playing early, yeah.
EA's nervous. EA's super nervous. That's one thing we could say. Look, EA.
Their own demo service, their own like 10-hour service, bit them in the butt. So I know I'm not buying this. And,
no, yeah.
I'm definitely not playing more than 10 hours of this game. So.
No, look. This is what I believe. EA, you got saved with Apex. Good move. Respawn. Everybody at Respawn deserves a big raise. They might have just saved your company. Or I wouldn't say save your company.
It was
really
crazy. No, yeah, they're fine. They got Madden. They got FIFA. They're fine. No, but no, yeah. I think Respawn saved itself from being scrapped because Titanfall 2 didn't sell well.
It was a good game though.
I know it was a good game, but EA would have been like, oh, you know what? You guys just didn't make a good game because it didn't sell well.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
So yeah, I think they saved themselves from getting scrapped. From,
I think
EA.
I think Dragon Age Inquisition is probably the best the best game EA made in the last 5 years.
Ruin it, man. They might make a Dragon Age battle royale.
Stop! No, stop! Don't stop! I will literally go and protest. Stop! Don't say that. Don't even speak it into existence. If they hear this,
yeah,
stop.
You can't trust BioWare no more, man. They're not the same people. They're probably are the same developers, but I'm saying they're not the same as they used to be.
They can't. They literally, like, the storytelling.
As Harvey Dent once said, you either you die a hero or you're living long enough to become the villain, and that's definitely
they're the villain.
Yeah, BioWare. Yeah, they're the villain now.
EA too. Yeah. EA was known as those innocent people.
I have like one of the best internet connections like you can get in my area. It's just like it's 400. What's it called?
It's fast. 400
megabytes per second. It's really good. It's actually like it's almost like it's
But it
almost
doesn't-
half a gig.
But it doesn't run good, right? I'm just gonna guess that. They
No,
don't run-
yeah. Well, no, you saw that lagging. That's the server.
Yeah.
That's not my internet. It's a
I mean,
connection problem.
A game where
And
it
actually,
takes
I've
5
seen a
minutes.
lot of people, like a lot of bigger influencers, like Angry Joe. Whenever they get this, they go straight to the main menu. So my internet is really good that it's able to connect very fast back to it. If not, I can imagine somebody who has like a decent internet, and they would have gotten that connection issue.
and having to wait
They would have
45
had to go
minutes.
to the main menu. They would have been sent back to the main menu, and they wouldn't have gotten loot from this raid that I was
Yep.
doing.
So look, at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything special. There are moments of fun to be had. If you do
Yeah,
have,
I mean, there was a moment where I was like, I had a smile on my face, but it's a multiplayer game. That's cheating because it was only in the multiplayer component that I felt that.
yeah, and it was just, here's the thing, yeah,
You
like
can get that with any game. That's why, in a way, it's almost cheating. You can't.
it's not worth $60, okay? And the fact that Destiny was basically out for
It's an
free,
expensive game. I don't like this game. I know took a lot of money to make,
that
but it's not good. They didn't have a clear direction, and they didn't. They focused too much. I feel like on the world design, the graphics look amazing. Like I want to keep saying that because it really is. I think it's one of the best.
no,
I
and
think
here's
this
the
looks-
thing: if you like the game, I'm happy that you like it and you find enjoyment out of it. But if you are looking into buying this game, I think that Destiny 2 was free for a long time, so either it's still free or it's very cheap. And
I mean, if you want a game and you feel like Iron Man, the flying does like feel pretty good.
No, yeah,
it
but
does
if
feel
I'm
like you're in a Mac. You feel pretty heavy, in your movements. It looks really cool.
But I'm saying, if you're a looter shooter fan, you want Destiny 2. If you probably already played Destiny 2, if you're a big looter shooter fan, wait till Division 2 comes out.
And the good thing,
I have
what
higher
you can
hopes.
do with I don't know if EA Access, like on the consoles, do this, but on the PC, the Origin Access, you can try out their new games for like 10 hours. So I would try it out before, and but out of my initial experience, it was really bad. And I honestly think everybody, if you don't try it out, you're saving a bullet and you're saving a lot of time. There's a lot of loading screens, and that was with the day one patch.
Again,
They didn't really patch out. I mean, there was a lot of look, right here, I'm racing against time, so I don't get a loading screen. I'm like, it literally is the worst punishment. It's worse than like
now
dying.
look, I'll give it this. Looter shooters have this record, like they've done this before of coming out terribly and getting to the point of even being considered good. Destiny and Division come as an example. So, will this game get better? Maybe. Can this game maybe in the future be even a good game? Probably. I think it might be heading towards that direction because what I hear is looter shooters are a platform, or the company see it more as a platform rather than a game because they introduce things to it almost every week and every month.
Yeah.
So
the
if
Destiny has a bunch of different modes and stuff.
so, let's see what EA does and handles and does. But currently, right now, I wouldn't recommend it. It doesn't do anything that the other games don't do.